We are all a work in progress as men.
So many people doubted me.
I fell so many times.
So many times.
You got back up. You set the bar.
You set the tone.
You set the tone.
The odds were stacked.
The odds were stacked against us.
We weren't supposed to be here.
But we are here.
But we are here.
But we are here.
But we are here. But we are here.
Hold it now. Come on, come on. I love the beat rock remix. Check it out. Yeah. Check it out.
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Ball and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the three spot. That's good. Beal's got the first basket of the game for Washington.
They get the first bucket of the game there. And I think it's going to be a good one. Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent and an elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, shoot, drive, and get to the line. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it. And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Well, I like his determination and his attitude and aggressiveness, but the defense wasn't going to back off that shot. They were tight on it.
And Paul Pierce is always above those elbows.
Yeah, he's such a good ball handler. So crafty in getting to his spots and able to put the defense on his heels. Not overly athletic. He's never one to overwhelm you with athleticism. Man, can he play some basketball.
Ilyasova can't hit. Washington has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beal, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Beal's got 7 points in the game.
3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Mayo into the lane. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Now we'll see if that shot breaks things open a little bit. It's been a slow start. Hopefully that gets them on the right track here, Steve.
Gortat with the ball. A three. Rebound by Parker. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Now here's Wall. And here's Pierce. Goes up on the block. From down in the low post. It goes. Pierce has got his first points of the night. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Sanders with a screen on Wall. It's Mayo on the way. Kicks with the puck. Shoots the three. No good. And it's Washington the other way.
The Milwaukee Bucks are a team that's tried season after season, year after year, particularly recently, to put the best team they could manage on the floor. Unfortunately, that type of approach has kind of left them in no man's land. Good enough to compete for a title, not quite bad enough to grab a potential superstar.
Wizards leading by 4. Poked away. And now here's Mayo. Washington. One-on-one here. Here's Beal. And lots of contact here. Missing the shot. Rushing too.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise.
And Beal with his great outside shooting, and nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
He's off on the second.
Well, you saw it a little at the back of his rookie year, and he continued it last season. Brad Beal is going to be a dynamic scoring guard in this league.
Here's Parker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
First quarter play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. The shot by Pierce will not go. And Bradley Beal is at 6'5" in his shoes, but he plays bigger.
Yeah, he's from a football family. He'll throw his weight around to get a rebound. He still needs to work on getting to the basket. I think this guy has a tremendous future.
Now Parker following the three-point attempt by Pierce. And that one's good. Parker. Ilyasova against the net. And stolen by Ilyasova. Parker outside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact here. It's going to be on John Wall.
Jabari Parker, a self-described obedient kid growing up in Chicago, maintained a 3.7 GPA through high school. He went so far as to say he had lower self-esteem in his younger days. You don't often hear about that in NBA athletes, but it's a reality. Believe me, I see these guys. They often aren't as confident as you might think. But there's no reason for this guy to doubt his worth now, especially on the basketball court.
Bayless is checked in for the Bucks. That's Jamila. He's looking for Blair and finds him to end the run, and he sinks the layup.
I'll tell you what, post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
And as humble as Jabari Parker seems off the court, Clark, he seems like one of those guys who flips a switch when he steps on the floor. Great motor, terrific hunger, real competitive.
Yeah, extremely competitive and confident and assertive. And with his talent, and you add those attributes, you've got a guy that looks like he could be a potential all-star. Nice early advantage for them on the glass guys. You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game. He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range for obvious reasons.
Here's Porter. I'll call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Otto Porter, the 3rd overall pick in last year's draft out of Georgetown, touted as one of the most NBA-ready players in the draft, but hip injury cost him the first month of the season, and he never really could get into the rotation.
He's off on the first. And for Otto Porter, not a consistent rotational player last season for the Washington Wizards, Clark, and very spotty history in the draft. You'd forgive the fans for getting just a little bit nervous with this.
Yeah, you know what? I would tell the fans to be patient. I'm a little disappointed. I thought Otto Porter would emerge sooner than he has, but you can't give up on young players. He didn't shoot the ball well as a rookie. He did show you a versatile skill set with the Warriors, so perhaps year 2 will be a better year for him.
For Washington, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Wall, and the jumper is on the mark. Wall's got his first 2 points of the night.
And really, Wall is a master at knocking shots down like that.
Here's Walters, covered by Wall. There's a screen. And Middleton kicks to Bayless. Plays it up and puts it in. Bayless is got his first points of the game. Here's Blair, and the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys. This club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
The Bucks trail.
After a 5-year absence from the playoffs, the Wizards were able to get back into the postseason last year. Big step for the franchise.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Walters. He dishes it to Sanders. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Sanders has got the first basket of the second quarter for Milwaukee. The Wizards shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% for the floor. Up from Thompson and Sanders. Walters out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Passes to Walters. Now the dish to Henson. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Now here is Gortat. Here's Porter. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Here's the pass to Walters. He feeds it to Middleton. He kicks to Sanders. And he gets it to go. Sanders has got 4 points this quarter.
The delivery in the lane just perfectly done.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, for Giannis Antetokounmpo and his brother Thanasis, a second-round pick, a dramatic change of fortune. Living in Athens, they struggle. Thanasis said, we'd be on the street, selling a toy, a watch, something. And it's a good day, because we didn't starve that day. Guys, their attitude hasn't changed. They try to save every penny.
They know how much every dollar can matter. Doris, thanks. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Henson. Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Brandon Knight in for Walters. And he's checked in for Washington. Pierce comes in for Porter. The Wizards with another miss.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Pass tonight. Parker against Pierce. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Parker's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Jabari Parker, considered by many to be the most NBA ready of any rookies. The son of an NBA player, he's got a great IQ for the game. He can shoot, pass, and great character too. He's humble, grounded, very committed.
Here's Mayo. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Ilyasova's got 7.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Rowan Parker, maybe the most skilled and well-rounded freshman in college basketball last year. He played a number of positions. Clark, what do you like him best? You watch a lot of film on him. Small forward, power forward. What's his fitness?
I really think he's just a forward, and you look at the opposition you're facing, and where do you have the best advantage with him? His conditioning level has to be at the highest level for him to be most effective. I love his overall package. He can drive, he can put it on the floor, he can shoot it, he can rebound. I think he's going to do better defensively as long as he commits to conditioning his body.
And the shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories in the first half. Just piling up points on the paint.
Back tonight. assists now in this one. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pierce for three. And again, Washington with the triple.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Knight against Miller. Knight passes to Parker. That one off the back iron and out.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Pierce wide open. He fires. Again, Pierce missing.
Team has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
After a 2012-13 season in which Larry Sanders received the third most votes for most improved in the league, not to mention a 4-year, $44 million extension for the Bucks. Steve, a lot was expected last season.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot was not delivered. Injuries and various off-the-court issues kind of made it a season to forget for Sanders. So this year will be one of redemption. He needs to find that form from a couple of years ago.
Juwan Blair, he's checked in for Washington. Hall comes in for Miller. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And Sanders, tearing a ligament in his thumb during an off-the-court scuffle early in the season. It cost him 6 weeks. And he just put together his best game of the season. His stray elbow fractured his right orbital bone, put him out of commission once again. Tough break. Some of it self-inflicted, some of it bad luck.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And for Sanders, the injury is unfortunate. I think some of the off-the-court decision-making issues were even more of a concern for the Bucks. They've made him a big part of their future, and we're hoping they can rely on him moving forward.
1:30 left now here in the second. Down low and stolen by Blair. No one near Wall as he lets it go. The long distance three is buried. And it's a 9-point Washington lead. Bucks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Sanders with a screen on Beal. There's the feed tonight. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Knight's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Pierce inside the three-point line. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Pierce has got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards. The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And Parker, here we go. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 12 in the game.
It seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the game.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Knight dishes to Parker. Knight against Wall. Mayo kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Mayo into the lane. Wall grabs the board. Deal with it. 12 points for him. Here's Pierce. It's good from the top of the key. Pierce has got 10 points in the quarter. 9 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now Knight shoots from 12. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Knight's got his second bucket. And that concludes the first half. Wizards lead by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a good first half, Bradley, for the team and you specifically. You've got a football player like Bill that just seems made for playing aggressively. And we know you come from a family that loves football. Do you bring that approach out onto the basketball court?
Oh, you have to. This is a physical game. You see the refs they call a lot of hard fouls, but sometimes they don't call it. So, you can't complain about it. You just have to just keep attacking. And these guys are big, so you have to be physical and not complain. Try to get stronger every time goes to basketball.
Bradley, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Milwaukee needs to do a better job guarding against Pierce.
He's got 14 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now. Close out on him quicker. Should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Bucks trailed by 7.
We introduced last season here at the Bradley Center the new playing court. The giant M's on each half of the court. It mimics details of the old pop art court they played on back in the 70s and 80s.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Ball and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nene. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And last season with the new court, it was slippery at first, something to do with the mat finish. Something to take a few weeks to resurface it. Boss finish. Got it ready for the home opener.
And the dunk by Sanders.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Such a careless pass. Got to keep your head in the game here.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And guys, you'll love how the new court really embraces Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's a great design, Kevin. Very unique in its appearance. And I hear Zaza Pachulia bought the old court to install in his basketball academy in the Republic of Georgia.
That's a great story.
Yeah, really good story, and no resurfacing needed.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here's Beal. Soft touch off the glass. Beal's got 14 points for the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Parker. Ilyasova a screen on Pierce. Parker passes to Sanders. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Knight. And shot. That one's good. And the Wizards lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Sanders.
Defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is doing wonders for their confidence.
Leads away. And he gets it to go.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Larry Sanders, mostly an at-the-rim finisher at this point in his career. And complete plays off pick and rolls, his explosiveness, his length, I think really allows him to throw it down over the top of the defender.
Washington leading now by 7. Pierce kicks to Beal. And there's the rejection. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And then for Washington, Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Porter comes in for Paul Pierce. And Miller's subbed in for Beal. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Walls got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards. Bucks have gone. Seven from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Fires the 3. And Bayless with the basket. The assist from Washington. Bayless has got 5.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Humphries with the bucket.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Marshall dishes to Middleton. Passes to Bayless. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's Miller penetrating. Another shot, and there's the nice layup by Gortat. And it's an 11-point Wizards lead.
He's enjoying himself today, guys. And he knew going in that he had the upper hand on the glass, but I didn't think it would make this much of a difference.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. One player has checked in for court time. Middleton. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
John Henson, 6'11" rim protector, was a beanpole coming into the league, but he's managed to bulk up over the last couple of seasons, and that's really helped him to hold his ground on the inside.
And for Henson, offensively best around the rim. He's tried to develop his face-up game, but he hasn't had a whole lot of success once he steps outside the paint.
That's good from Henson. And Henson Clark, an excellent offensive rebounder, reason enough to keep him close to the rim on offense.
And Kevin, I think he's really deceptive too. Even though he's right-handed, he actually prefers finishing with his left hand. I think that throws defenders off balance a bit.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, John Henson was a late bloomer in high school. Played as a guard initially before hitting major growth spurt. I think that helps him a lot when it comes to defending the perimeter. He's comfortable moving his feet and has a knack for blocking shots without fouling.
The Bucks with possession here. A 12-point game. There's the pick. Marshall with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Middleton kicks to Henson. Clock at 6. To the inside. And that one's good. And the Knox and Henson have had to do part with his slender frame and his shooting.
Yeah, Kevin, those are the things that most players are able to improve upon in the NBA. The things you can't teach: length, agility, shot blocking. He has all of that.
There's Miller with the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Right wing. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Possession, trailing by 10.
Now, they're not giving up the same looks that they did earlier in the first half. Much better defense here in the second.
Blair, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Juan Blair is undersized at 6'7", playing the power forward spot, but he's wide, he's got great length, and he's extremely active on the offensive glass. Really has a nice knack for finishing inside.
The first one at the line is good. And for Blair, the question marks have been more at the defensive end of the floor, Steve.
Well, yeah, because it's harder for him, Kevin. He just doesn't have that height. He's got the size and the strength, but not the height. So there's certain matchups that are tough for him. But I think overall, Blair's been able to carve out a nice niche and find a good role for whatever club he's been with.
Washington's turnaround last year was in part how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013. One of the better road teams in 2014. Flips the Bulls on the road in that first round series.
And here's Miller outside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And the Wizards making a change here. Nene is checked in. 35 seconds left in the third quarter.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
To the left wing. And that's a foul. Called on Chris Humphrey. That is his first foul of the game. Here's his check-in for the Wizards. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Henson dishes to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Henson. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Humphries has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nene kicks to Humphries. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Milwaukee making a switch here. The Wizards did their 7th free throw attempt here. The free throw off from Humphries. Here's Parker. No good. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Wizards up by 11. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist in the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
It was a beautiful pass, nice, intelligent basketball. The execution was perfect, and that pass set up the open three.
Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Brandon out is out there with Dave Walters. And it's Parker in at the three. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Wall. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Oh, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Bucks trailed by 11. Outside Mayo. Dishes to Knight. Beal against Mayo. Back to Knight. Lots of room. Ilyasova can't hit.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Beal the pass to Nene. And the shot is good. Nene's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Wizards. The Bucks should be pretty good tonight at 48%. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Fires a three. Good.
That kind of defense is just not going to cut it because they have to get a hand in his face.
Washington leading now by 10. Back to Pierce. A three ball. And that one's good.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Parker with a clean look. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
Boy, they looked helpless defensively. Well, the Wizards signed John Wall to that max contract extension last season, and he rewarded them. Made his first All-Star game appearance and led the team back to the playoffs for the first time in 6 seasons.
Andre Miller's checked in for John Wall. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Wall finally adding a consistent three-pointer to his arsenal last season. He shot almost 4 threes a game and made them at a 35% clip.
And that one falls for Knight. And Steve, defenders can't just go under on screens any longer defending John Wall.
Yeah, that outside shot keeps defenders honest, and it opens up driving angles and passing lanes for John Wall, who's one of the most explosive players in the league.
John Wall's checked in for Miller. And hits them both.
Well, you know, the less said about the Bucks at home this last year, the better. It was a season to forget, and their play at home was very forgettable.
Wall attacking. And the layup falls.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Mayo with Sanders sets the screen for Mayo. Sanders dishes to Parker. The Bucks working the ball around. Pocket 4. Fires top of the key. Shot by Mayo is no good.
Bucks with just 10 wins all year at home the season ago. They knew it would be a tough year, but I don't think they thought it would be that bad. He's been so reliable reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. That one goes. Cover.
I'll tell you what, he's having a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Well, the Bucks had a lot of problems in a lot of different areas last season.
And some distractions off the court as well. Even when you play at home, if you don't have a competitive roster and have distractions, then that's a recipe for big struggle.
Well, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Mayo, the pass to Ilyasova. And again, it's Milwaukee converted. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pierce kicks the wall. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little bit. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Washington on D. Mayo dishing tonight. From the arc. Cannot hit. Now Washington takes it the other way. Here's Wall. Bangs on the trifecta. Wall's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Washington.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his third foul so far. Henson checked in for Ilyasova. Mayo, the pass to Sanders. Beats to Parker. Here's Knight. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Pierce. Rebound, Milwaukee.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
Mayo kicks to Sanders. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And so here we go. Rolling along to the finish line is what has been a very confident-looking performance for Washington.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
Look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Bradley Beal. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made out there.
Henson sets a screen for Knight. Sanders with a screen on Wall. Knight. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Knight's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Wall, that's good.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Mayo against Beal. Outside Mayo. Kicks it to Parker. 6 to shoot. Shoots it. Here's Henson. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
A shot by Nene. No good. Bucks have got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. The Wizards have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Mayo. It's blocked. The shot's good from Henson. And here's Wall. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Parker outside, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nene. Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. He hits both from the strike. Here's Humphries. No good. And so it's the Wizards with the W. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Paul, congratulations on this win, and you continue to deliver terrific games like you did here tonight, even after struggling shooting the ball, which you were able to fight through. What allows you to keep working so hard at such a high level?
You know, I've been in this game a long time now. I know I can just keep grinding it out. I know what type of player I am over the years, and I know that, you know, it'll turn around. You know, I'm a player that's never going to lose my confidence, and that's all I can say.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Pierce.